Reverend Al, you're talking to one of the most hoarse and fatigued radio personalities in the country, but one of the happiest. What was the message that the voters sent last night, Reverend Al?
The message was that we are going to protect the change that we started 4 years ago, and that we're not going to allow the right wing to take people's voting rights and civil rights back. When you see people standing 4, 5, 7 hours online, That's not just around a person, that's around a principle, that's around a right. And the African American and Latino vote went up. They said we were not going to get to the '08 numbers. We beat the '08 numbers because people understand their interests, and I think it was a tremendous victory for the country. Now we must go forward and protect the things that we voted for. We must get a president room to negotiate, but core things can't be compromised, and I'm as happy as I could be. But again, I realize that the battle is not over. We just won the right to continue to fight last night. We got to continue to monitor and be ready to be active to have the president's back.
Reverend Sharpton, I tell you, unlike 2008 when it was more anticipation of the president winning, last night it was almost like a good versus evil. People just needed to feel that the right thing was going to happen last night. And if it didn't happen, it was just something we did not want to imagine ever coming to pass with Romney. It just did not sit well with a lot of people. When they cheered last night, when he won, it was like a release of all the anxiety over everything that happened with this president, the disrespect, the blockage, everything that happened, they just released last night.
No doubt about it. I mean, I think that we were more concerned and frightened about the possibility of Romney than we wanted to admit. We didn't want to think about it. And I think it was a national exhaling when they said the president has been reelected. And I think that's the first time we would admit to ourselves that how close we came to a very serious retreat on those things that we've gained over the last half century.
Reverend Sharpton, what do you see happening now? I mean, already they're taking a stand, talking about they're not going to raise taxes. The minute you say that, we already know we're in for another fight again. I don't know how much has really changed.
Well, we are in for a fight. The only thing that has really changed is that we've got our guys still in the ring.
Right.
So there's going to be a fight. We just need to fight. And I think that we didn't come this far to have them bluff us out of winning the rest of this battle. And they're talking this morning about what they're not going to do. What they're not going to do is walk in the U.S. Senate with a majority because that was voted down last night. What they're not going to do is move Mitt Romney in the White House. There's a lot of things they're not going to do. They said they were not going to have Barack Obama reelected. The people said different, and the people are going to speak to these taxes on the wealthy if we organize and mobilize and stay vigilant. We showed what we can do when we come together. We need to stay together and stay informed.
Well, Reverend Al, this is the end of a campaign, but the beginning of another fight. It's great having you on MSNBC and on radio and myself trying to do what I'm doing on my end, but you got to take your hat off to the voters, man. They showed up big time. Black, white, Asian, Native American, young and old. I mean, straight and gay. We showed up as a united force against this situation.
No doubt about it. The credit goes to those that nameless people that'll never be on radio, never be on TV, that stood there and made it happen. We must stay together and protect this dream, this change that we're fighting for.
Reverend Sharpton, thank you so much, man. It was wonderful watching you guys. Have a good day, sir.
All right.